Nope.
We finally breathe. Now we can stop the fire, 'cause nothing is gonna get in our way tonight. We can stop fighting. This flame is untamed, wild. No, don't let go of my hand. Know that I stand right where we began. Know that I'm ready. I'm ready. Just let us fall. Let us hide away. Let our hearts stop and be together. We'll stay awake. We'll stay awake. We'll stay awake. Feel like I've been waiting so long for tonight. 'Cause I just can't get you out of my mind. Can you feel my heart beating so fast? Now you're here, no, there's no turning back. Oh, I think I'm falling, can't hold on no more. Enough is enough, enough is enough, just gotta let go. Oh, and as my grip unwinds, I feel your hand in mine. No, I've never felt like this before.
Sure, it's where I should put it.
Come on, babe, don't give up on us. Choose me.
Not even really legible.
Let me show you. Let me show you.
You know what I could do? Mm, I could make it really big and then just oh yeah, I could do that for sure. Okay, let's see if I can do that. That'll be fun. Then, oh god, the bottom is gonna be like 900. No, it won't be 900. It'll be like 980. No, it'll be 600. 680. 720. Closer. I put it like right here, then what would I do? Just make another one. Window capture. Crop top be like what, 700? No, 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 no.
What's it like being the king?
Feels good, man. Feels good.
Where does it feel good when it feels good?
It actually feels good in my serratus, which is a muscle right in between the abs and the side.
Try to touch it.
tear us from the ground. We can ride this wave together till the thunder makes no sound. Will unite us one together. We are the new world. We'll put this fire out forever.
Oh my god. Good boy. All right. Well, I unfortunately have got to go get my car out of the shop, so I'm gonna be a second. But it won't take that long. It's already fixed, so I just gotta go up there, get my car, and then come back. Won't take 30 minutes. I mean, that's even like long. So. Alright, I'm just gonna keep the stream running. Yeah.
You've been gone way too long, it's getting cold. How do I know if you'll be back? These walls are twisting and burning down. They all keep screaming out.
It be.
Where did you go? My world is caving in. I'm holding on and following the winds. 'Cause you are the cool in my disaster. 'Cause you are the cool in my disaster.
I'll be back later, guys.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
to blasphemy. When I close my eyes, yeah, I still see your face. We were the thunder and the lightning, burning fire that started from a spark. I would spin you just to watch you twirl. It was us against the world. You were the rain falling on my skin. Yeah, I was dying when you pulled me in. I was your rebel and you were my girl. It was us
some?
When I think about you, my feelings can't explain why after all this time, my feelings can't explain. When I think about you, my feelings can't explain try to hurt you, I'll tear them down. We'll build a fortress to keep them out, and in a world gone silent, I'll be your sound. And if they try to hurt you, I'll tear them down. I'm always with you
Alright, I'm back.
to me. I'll never be the same, I'll tell you for sure. I'll never be the same, I'll tell you for sure. I'll never be the same, I'll tell you for sure.
Holy shit, bows are like worthless now, man.
Have you ever noticed that I'm not acting as I used to do before? Have you ever wondered why I always keep on coming back for more? What have you done to me? I'll never be the same, I'll tell you for sure. I'll never be the same, I'll tell you for sure. I'll never be the same, I'll tell you for sure. Have you ever noticed that I'm not acting as I used to do before? Have you ever wondered why I always keep on coming back for more? What have you done to me? I'll never be the same, I'll tell you for sure. I'll never be the same, I'll tell you for sure. I'll never be the same, I'll tell you for
I don't think you could do this with a two-handed weapon, could you? Matrix Planet, no. At least I haven't. Now, with that being said, if you go to the Discord and look at Overseer, you'll see people getting blockchain dropped all the time. Oh yeah, well that was what was gonna be most of them anyway. I will say this, man. I was playing the game whenever Blood Extensions and Oblivion Cataclysms were dropping, and this is way less. Way less. I've run probably maybe 15, 20 dungeons now, and I've gotten I haven't gotten one blue drop yet. And back when Oblivion Cataclysm dropped and Blood Extensions, which was like the equivalent of the other blue weapons, I mean, I was getting one every every 4 runs. It felt like. So, yeah, Cliff has definitely dialed back the blockchain drops. Yeah, you're not wrong to think that the blockchain items have been really lacking as of late. With that being said, if you do happen to get one of those blue bows, I think they might actually be worth something in the future. They've got a really solid utility to them. That poison, it could be used. Could be used in the future for like fights where blue items are mandatory, or like you're not allowed to use anything above blue items. I have more than 65 hours run now and no damn blockchain items. 67.5 hours since update now, actually. Yeah, so if you probably started playing the game during I'm gonna take a wild stab and say you started playing the game either in between the Easter event or after the Easter event, and the loot pinata since then has been historically dry compared to like last year or whatever. But last year will never, I mean, the game will never be like, the game will never drop items like it did in 2020. I mean, they were dropping transcendent items and mythical items and legendaries, and just, it was fucking ridiculous. So, as the player base gets bigger and bigger, the game has got to evolve to that. I started playing when it was Forgotten Artifacts. Oh shit! But I didn't like having to run numerous levels in a dungeon, so I turned to Gods Unchained. Interesting. Are you glad with your decision, or do you wish that you played Lost Relics instead? Also, wait, you mean you played Forgotten Artifacts and you never got a blockchain item? Yeah, it's just one of those deals, man. You know, it's kind of like shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? I'm sure there's something right now that a decade from now we're all going to be kicking ourselves wondering why we didn't get involved with it. Kind of like, you know, Bitcoin in 2009, right? Like if you bought a shitty computer back in 2009 and just farmed Bitcoin and never spent any of it or sold any of it, you'd be, you know, what, like a multi-million, if not billionaire. I had a few, but just greens. Oh, okay, alright. Interesting. I would have really liked to see what the drop rate was back then, because it kind of feels like people were just, like, just going crazy. I don't know. Then again, the amount of players that were actually back then compared to now, a lot of them probably didn't stick around, believe it or not. That or they sold their positions and left. Because most of the players back then were just were investors.
And in this moment, I swear.
Some of my green blockchain items was from furniture, etc. Furniture. Oh, you're talking about Gods Unchained, not Lost Relics, or I guess Forgotten Artifacts whenever you played it. I have no context of Gods Unchained, to be honest, man. Sorry. No, smashing furniture in the dungeon. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it was more of like a scavenger hunt back whenever it was Forgotten Artifacts, right? It was like really slow and meticulous to run through a dungeon. You had to like look through all the crates and stuff because you might, just walk past you might walk past a transcendent, right? So you had to look through all the nooks and crannies to make sure that you got everything. Which is it's like completely counterproductive, or not counterproductive, but it's like completely counterintuitive to what a dungeon crawler really is. Like, if you look at what's like the biggest dungeon crawler right now? I can't remember the name of it, but it's basically like a Diablo 2, like an updated Diablo 2. I mean, it's Lost Relics compared to that is, I mean, the gameplay is completely different, right? The tempo of that game is just like go, burn through the dungeons, etc., etc. Because that's what typically all dungeon crawlers are. It's like, really fast paced. Your character moves really fast. You burn through the dungeon and like you're just speed running through the dungeon almost. And Lost Relic seems to be something completely different. So, and it seems to just be getting slower and slower through the updates. I don't know if Cliff, that's the direction Cliff plans to take the game or not, but I mean, you can tell a clear through line that people who play dungeon crawlers want a specific type of gameplay, and this is just like, yeah, it's I mean, it's kind of like a first-person shooter game. Like, take, people who play fucking Counter-Strike, right? Arguably the biggest first-person shooter, if not Valorant, right? But regardless, they're first-person shooters, but they're a lot of like almost like chess in the sense where it's like, you're having to outsmart your opponent, you're holding points, you're having to understand the map. Yes, there is definitely some, like, you have to be able to, put the crosshair on the opponent's head, but once you get past that, it's like, it really is about just outsmarting the other opponent. When everybody can put the crosshair on everybody, then it becomes something much different, right? So, and that's kind of what first-person shooters have evolved to. It's either run and gun, like, what's Apex Legend, or it's, like, really slowed down and methodical, like, Counter-Strike and Apex. So, maybe Cliff is trying to make like the CS:GO of dungeon crawlers, but I don't think that's going to keep the player base's attention. Yeah, I bought my legendaries. Yeah. I bought. There's like very few items that I didn't buy. So, yeah. But yeah, everything. It just really feels like the entire game. He threw an anchor on everything, right? Maybe he did it on purpose, meaning like he wanted to slow down the entire game so he could like have time to develop things. But I mean, thing is, man, like everything has gotten weights put on their legs. Like the experience, the dungeon monsters are harder. You have to use resources now to run, you know, harder dungeons unless you have like giga strong gear. I mean, he has really, I mean, essentially he's torpedoed the player base. It's almost like he intentionally wants people to stop playing the game right now. That's the only logical conclusion I can come to. He intentionally is trying to navigate people off of the game. Which he has said in the past in podcasts that he isn't super happy that the game blew up as fast as it did. Hope you didn't buy it premium. Like I bought a damn founder tokens at 200 engine when they were around 2.6 USD. Yeah, man. This isn't even the most expensive thing that I've bought. I bought an Arca ring. I bought an Arca ring and I bought an Arca ring when it was 5,000 engine, because I bought it when engine was 50 cents, so it was $2,500. But I thought that I was a fucking idiot, because I thought that the items were going to be based on engine when they're actually based on USD. So, like, as the player base went up and the value of the items also went up, my Arca ring went down in engine. So, when engine was $2-3, my Arca ring was worth like $5,000, but my Arca ring was worth like $5,000, but in engine it was like 2,000 engine. Whenever I spent 5,000 engine on it. So the real game to all this is don't buy blockchain items. Do not buy blockchain items. Farm your blockchain items, and if you want to make money, what you really should do is actually just buy engine. Like right now would be a great time to buy engine, man. Seriously, right now would be a like crazy time to buy engine. Because the wave is coming, and this is just the lull stage. Crypto is gonna blow up again, and when that happens, you either believe that it's going to, I mean, you either think it's gonna happen or not, right? And you may want to get out. You seem to think that, you know, you wanted to, like, you want to get out or something like that. You don't seem too thrilled about your founder token purchase. Which, yeah, man. If I were you, I mean, well, this is gonna be some medicine that you're either not gonna want to hear, but it is some medicine that you should hear. It's not gonna taste good though, man. You should have did your research before you bought a founder token. Because if you're buying it for a collector's item, then yeah, I definitely think that founder tokens will, you know, they're definitely going to have higher value in the future than they do now. But as far as like utility goes, I don't think that I don't see them having I don't see them giving you an edge that's worth $2 grand. Which is why I don't buy founder tokens. There's too much shit to spend money on in this game for me to spend money on founder tokens. Damn, man, why did, like, who told you it would give you free membership? It's, like, holy shit, what made you think that? I looked at the homepage and it said something about the benefits and I misunderstood. Oof. Yeah, man, there's a list actually. Let me see if I can find it for you. Founder tokens. Alright, so if you go to Lost Relics, and then you go to items, and then if you just go down to founder token, these are the ongoing benefits. Ongoing meaning what you should expect to get if you own this item, what you should get from like whenever you buy it, which is basically 2 skins in early access to multiplayer. And then these are the past. And these are the past. How do you say it? The past benefits. God damn. I mean, the word's right there. I should have read it right. These are, I mean, if you notice, man, like, all the really good shit was right here and here. After the Void Goat, man, it drops off significantly, right? Now, that's not to say that it won't in the future, but, I mean, he might put, you know, give you, you know, throw you a bone or something like that in the future. But as of right now, I mean, look, there's just too much shit to spend money on that, the juice isn't worth the squeeze as far as I'm concerned. But with that being said, man, I think that, you know, if the game decides to become bigger in the future, that item will have a high value. You just got to hang on to it, right? The question is, do you want to hang on to it or not? Do you plan on hanging on to it, or do you want to cash it out, right? Because I have no reason to sell. Well, there you go, man. If you think that it's min number 7, I mean, that's a solid number, man. Sub 10, sub 50 is solid. Sub 10 is crazy. Single digit, that's like really good. So, yeah, I think it'll be a collector's item. Think of it as like, you know, a Pokemon card, like a PSA 10 first edition Pokemon card or something. You know what I mean? Like from a goddamn, what are those first Pokemon decks or Pokemon Booster? And I can't say shit right now. Pokemon booster packs, like the ones with the Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise on it, like those Pokemon cards. PSA, just consider it a PSA 10. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying. Oh, cool. Well, yeah, man. Like I said, I play this game because of utility. Meaning, well, excuse me, I buy items because of utility. If it doesn't help me progress through the game, then I'm not interested in buying it. So, you know, everybody has different purchases, or everyone has different reasons for why they purchase the things they purchase. But me personally, you know, I want to get every single door open to me as possible. And I mean, even skins, man. Until skins have a benefit, like a utility in the game, which I don't think that they're going to. I don't think Cliff has any plan on making skins have a utility. There's no point in owning skins. Now that might change in the future, but he's never talked about it. He's never alluded to it. So we can only surmise that that skins are just static. I bought a Binance hoodie as well for 40 Ginge. Just managed to wear it. Want to become famous? I'm good, dude. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic because I know that's a bot. I mean, found out how to add it. Dude, that's awesome. I would love to have a Binance hoodie for real. I know that's incredibly contradictory to what I just said, but 40 Ginge for a Binance hoodie is crazy. I think that Binance hoodie is gonna be like really lit in the future. It's gonna be like a status symbol because Binance is gonna be huge. And to have a NFT that like is at the very beginning like that, I think that's gonna be awesome. I think it's gonna be because that's brand recognition, or that's brand recognizability. So, yeah. It's a little like that hoodie is a little bit different than like just normal skins. It's also a multiverse item, so you'll be able to take it in other other engine games. Yeah, that's crazy, man. You got it for 40 engine. That's really wild. How long ago did you buy it? One month ago. Interesting. Curious what they're selling for now. Sorry, I know my ADD is all over the place, but I'm really kind of curious to see now.
I'm here where endless meets the end. Do you see me? I'm hidden here again.
Let's see.
Your whispers found its way, calling me to stay.
Okay. 44 Ginge. Oh God, I'm an idiot. I'm trying to do engine. I'm trying to do the engine platform, and I need to go to the Ginge platform. Thank you. God, I'm dumb. No wonder it's not showing up. I thought I was having a seizure, man. Thank you. Assets. Let's check it out. Priceless Binance hoodie. Dang. 30,000 Ginge for the priceless Binance hoodie. Total supply, 1 of 1. Jesus. The exclusive Binance hoodie. 809 Ginge. And then just a normal Binance hoodie, 43 bucks. Okay. So you gotta... Yeah, it just took me a second because I'm not used to going on JumpNet. I'm used to just doing the normal shit. So that's awesome, man. Yeah, maybe I pick one up. Who knows? I don't know. Where do you think the market's headed, man? You think it's gonna keep going down, or do you think it's gonna plateau? I think it's gonna stick here for a second, to be honest. I think it's gonna coast here for a while, and then like, you know, mid 20s, 30, low 30s, and then it's gonna we're talking about Bitcoin, of course, because Bitcoin is what dictates the entire ecosystem. But I think that it's going to gonna stick around here for a minute, and then 2-3 months from now it's gonna really pump to new highs. Who knows? Give me a second. I gotta pay attention, but then I'll read what you said. All right, let's see. We won't be going back up much before we get some more regulations in China. FUD has drifted away. I have no idea what any of that means, but maybe. What do you think's the lowest it'll go to? What's your forecast? Fear, uncertainty, doubt from the mining bands. Ah, okay, alright.
Descended from thy hand, that our feet may swiftly carry out thy command. So we shall flow a river forth to thee, and teeming with souls shall it ever be. In nomine Patri.
Fear,
et
uncertainty,
Filii,
doubt
et
from the
Spiritus
mining
Sancti.
bands. Yeah, but that can just happen. Like, it's all bullshit, man. Like, it's basically just moving a pawn. I don't believe anything that comes out of China is legitimate. But also, I mean, to be completely honest with you, I'm not a giant fan of Bitcoin. It's literally nothing but clout. I mean, it's like, okay, correct. It is, its value is because it is scarce, I guess, right? And there's a finite amount of Bitcoin that will ever be made, 21 million, correct? Okay. Who gives a fuck? I mean, legitimately, who gives a fuck? Like, it can't do anything. It's a glorified collector's item. And I mean, I don't know when it's gonna happen, but mark my words, Ethereum is going to be more than Bitcoin. It will. And when that happens, Bitcoin's dead. Bitcoin will just be like Dogecoin. Bitcoin has no utility. So, yes, do I think that Bitcoin is going to be, will Bitcoin pump again? True, I think it will, but I also think Ethereum is going to overtake Bitcoin, and then once Ethereum overtakes Bitcoin, Ethereum will then be the market will then be ran on Ethereum. Meaning, like, Ethereum will be the thing that everybody looks to, instead of Bitcoin going down and going up. And like, and that will only lower the value of Bitcoin even more, because that's the only utility Bitcoin has, is that it is the mover of the market at the moment. Well, what happens if the market moves away from Bitcoin? Then it's fucked. Then it's just like any other token that's printed on PancakeSwap that has a limit of 21 million, right? It's literally just a game of musical chairs with Bitcoin anyway. That's why, like, that's why I'm incredibly nervous to invest in Bitcoin anyway. That's why I only put my money in Ethereum. I don't like Bitcoin. I've said this for a long time. Ever since I found out about, like, ever since I started to research the market more, and, you know, learn about other projects and stuff like that, I just steer clear of it. But hey, I hope it makes some people money. I'm sure it will. Blockchain casinos. Well, I mean, to be completely honest, man, you could argue that Lost Relics is a blockchain casino, right? I mean, you know, you buy your monthly pendant, and then you run dungeons, aka, you know, you pull the lever on a slot machine and you see what comes out of it, right? Yeah, it's basically, Lost Relics is basically slot machines, man. And I haven't, after this last update, I'm really taking a hard look at the game developers. Except on the casinos, I'm Cliff. Oh, interesting. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, see, that's the thing about Lost Relics. You don't own any of the game. You have no... If you buy items in Lost Relics, that doesn't mean you have any stake in the game. You're kind of just along for the ride. You really want to be honest about things. Compared to like other blockchain games, it's kind of like Bitcoin is to Ethereum. Like there's, you know, like games like Mirandus, which have no gameplay out yet, but you know, that aside, you're able to buy NFTs in the game that, I mean, you actually own a part of the game, right? So, oh shit. Hey, that's pretty cool. Speaking of a blockchain item. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of... Lost Relics is like slot machines. Which, hey, you know, slot machines is one of the biggest draws in Las Vegas, right? People love slot machines. But it is a slot machine. And this latest patch has led me to believe that I don't think that the gameplay is going to become much more complicated than what it is now. I'm not 100% positive that the gameplay can become very interesting, to be completely honest with you. Which sucks. It sucks for me to say that, but I'm not a liar. I'm not gonna shield this game just because I have an invested interest in it succeeding. This patch really made me have to give Lost Relics a, what's the word? I had to be objective in what I see from Lost Relics, and the gameplay, I mean, I was just expecting more. I was expecting it to be fun, and it's not. It's not fun. I'm one of the very few players in the game who can genuinely play the game, it feels like. You know, the player base, very few people can actually play the game, it seems like. That's not good. You know, which, you know, it kind of goes back to my idea, my conspiracy theory, that I think that Cliff intentionally made the players, he's trying to kill the hype for his game. So, you know, put your tinfoil hat on. That's what I mean, that's what I honestly believe, because, like, man, this sucks ass to say, but fuck it, I'll say it. I don't have any I don't have any allegiance to the developers of this game. There are two outcomes to this update being the way that it is. All right, there are two reasons for this update to be what it is. One is that what I hope it is that Cliff actually, again, looked at the market going down the way that it did and is attempting to kind of hop on with the snowball effect of Bitcoin and blockchain in general falling downhill, and just kind of throwing the nail in the coffin in Lost Relics, trying to get people to not look at Lost Relics so he can develop the game with a much more smaller community. Or two, and that's what I hope it is. I hope it's the tinfoil hat conspiracy theory copium reason. Because the second reason is that Cliff is just incompetent when it comes to developing a game. Everything that I have, all of my me judging Cliff and judging his work in the past, and like looking at his past experience and his past work and thinking, you know, his potential, I just completely misjudged him, and he actually is completely incompetent when it comes to building a game, and I just got duped. I really hope it's the first one, because the second one would suck ass. But those are the only two explanations I can come up with for why this patch is the way it is. I hope we will have a bigger player base. Maybe pull some of the old dudes like me that used to play Diablo 1. Right, I mean, but to pull people who played Diablo 1, the game has got to, like, the gameplay has got to become way different, right? If you want Diablo 1 players, you need to make a game that is like Diablo 1. What Lost Relics is now is nothing. It's like it doesn't resemble anything like Diablo. So, but maybe Cliff is, you know, trying to make something completely different than what any game has ever been. Or he's trying to give the gaming community something that we've never seen before. Yeah. I mean, you know, player base speaks for itself. The amount of people online speaks for itself. You know, for most of the people that download the game, it's unplayable. I'm just in a position where I have items where, and I made investments in coin before the patch where I was able, you know, I'm actually able to play the game. And I can't even run dungeons that I used to be able to run. Like, I used to be able to run Mount Alkep, and now there is absolutely no way I can run Mount Alkep now. I've been, you know, in my spare time theory crafting, I've been theory crafting how to run Mount Alkep, what I would need to do, like the items I would need, etc., etc. But, yeah. never made it farther than Trial Woods. Are you talking about with this patch or the last patch? You had a founder token and you never went past Trial Woods. Man, I would have diversified my engine a little more, man. I mean, I can't really say too much, man. I bought an Arca ring and a harvester, so. Man, I wish you could have found me before you bought that Founders, man. I would have told you. I would have talked to you. I would have tried to get you not to, or I would have just given you some more information. That's what I try to do with my stream, man. I try to educate people, not make the same mistakes that I made. Because there's a lot of people in this community that want you to buy things so they can make money off of you. It's what happened to me. It's what happened to me with the harvester and the Arca ring. You know, someone came into my stream and you know, wheeled and dealed with me, and you know. Oh, fuck that. God damn it. Holy shit. Damn, and I lost that blockchain item. Fuck. Oh well. I think that's even for a quest, isn't it? Or a bounty. Or was that last week's? I guess that was last week's? I don't know, I felt for sure that there was a bounty this week that needed one, but whatever. Ooh. Damn. Okay. That's why you always go in with a scroll. There's really no excuse. Buy scrolls. You want me to open the silver chest? Or you want me to sell it? Oh wait, it's not a silver chest. Lol, I'm an idiot. I thought I was doing this one. But I don't even... Let me see. Pretty sure skulks are those, yeah, they're the spiders. Fuck. Dude, fuck that one, man. Open any chest until you get a blockchain item. Let's see. How much are the chests now? 7 grand. Wow. Damn. Fuck it, I'll open it. Let's see what happens. Let's have some fun. Never say I didn't do anything for the stream. Ah, well, I did get a blockchain item. To be determined whether or not these things are worth anything or not, right? There's a total supply of 31,000, so God help us all. The odds of it being worth anything in the future is probably going to be pretty low, but it's still fun to do. What am I looking for? Food. Wraith. I guess there are wraiths, right? Fire wings.
Is racing.
I'm pretty sure there's wraiths.
Game is changing,
Whatever. We'll see.
but I got nothing to lose.
Oh boy. Let's see.
To lose.
Is there any word on pendants going down in value? Like, is there any word on Cliff getting fiat transactions working again? Or are we still all just fucked? I think we are just fucked. What do you mean, man? What do you mean?
No fear.
Is the game any good? Is the game any good? You know, I think this is a great time that we talk about, you know, art and how art is subjective. And, you know, truly, who's to say whether or not Lost Relics is a good game or a bad game? Because video games are like modern art, right? And so, like, art is subjective. So, who's to say if it's a good game or a... yeah, it's not great, man. It's kind of rough at the moment. So, but I don't plan on selling anything. If that's what you're asking. Oh no, man! It's not a gilded. It's a Christmas skin. Sometimes the lighting just makes people think that it's gilded. It's not though. Oh, yeah, it's I gotta be honest, man. I'm not super stoked about this patch. I gotta be honest. You know, people who watch my stream come to my stream for my honesty, and that's the honest truth. I was expecting more from this patch. This was supposed to be like their this was supposed to be Cliff's, like, you know, I'm here patch, right? Like, this was his debut on the big stage, and see it fall flat like it did is really upsetting. I mean, it fell so flat that I really just feel like it fell so flat that I can only believe that he did it on purpose. That's the only way that I can rationalize this in my head. No, it's called a Gilded Knight. Right. Oh, okay, alright. I thought you were talking about me. My fault, man. I'm always a skeptic first, then believe last. Yeah. It's just a low period, for sure. But I'll say this, if you buy in now, man, might be a good idea. But I can't find it in wearables. Really weird. Oh yeah. So the Gilded Knight, you get the Gilded Knight whenever you spend 10 grand or more in the Lost Relic shop. It's the only way you get the Gilded skin. Cliff, and it's not even a. It's not a blockchain item. It's a virtual. It's a virtual item. Cliff just awards it to people who, yeah, 10K USD.
As a kid they told me love was made up, but I used to tell them they were wrong.
That's the thing. Everyone jumps bandwagon saying this or that. I'm always skeptic. Fuck. Hang on. I'm always a skeptic first, then believer last. Well, here's the problem, man. If you like, that's a double-edged sword, right? So if you never, you know, take a risk on something, then you're always gonna be, you know, the last one to jump in on the project, and you're never gonna make those big returns, right? So, I don't think rolling with a blanket statement like that is the best course of action, right? At least that's how I feel. I'm willing to take the punches. You know, I got no problem, you know, getting my portfolio's knees scraped up, because I'll just, you know, get back up and keep going. And this is that time in the market that you really either believe in blockchain and cryptocurrency and NFTs, or you don't. And if you, like, right now, if you're not investing, then my advice to you is to get out of blockchain, get out of cryptocurrency forever and never look back. Because, you know, if you're someone who looks at, like, if you're someone who really believes in blockchain gaming, or excuse me, if you're someone who really believes in cryptocurrency and you understand the value of it, you should be jumping for joy because it's so cheap, right? It's like that stuff that you really want that's on discount. Oh, absolutely, yeah. So buying, like, well, I've always said that about Lost Relics and blockchain gaming in general. Investing in a blockchain game is like some of the most risky things you could possibly do. I've never attempted to snake oil sales any of this. If anything, I've told people, don't do what you're doing. Live vicariously through my stream and watch me be a dumbass. Because, I mean, it doesn't, like, there's so many factors that, you know, this could blow up in my face, that I don't recommend anybody doing this. So, let's see. Well, yeah, but no way I was dropping 1 to 2K on Six Dragons because someone wants to hype it up. Investing in crypto isn't the same as just blockchain. Yeah, man. So, I had a guy. I was actually really close to a guy, if not the guy, that was pumping Six Dragons, and we were kind of building a really solid network. And before he got involved with Six Dragons. And I mean, we had a little organization going, and you know, he would stream, and then he would send his viewers over to my stream, and then I would send my viewers over to his stream, and we'd stream together, and we started building this little ecosystem, and then the Easter event in Lost Relics happened. And so we all were kind of on a hiatus, right? Well, Cedric found, I shouldn't have said his name. My buddy found Six Dragons, and he started streaming it. And then he, you know, told us about it, and we got involved. And the organization that we were building, he basically just kind of hijacked it and made it. He just kind of turned it into this whole Six Dragons. You know, it was about Six Dragons and nothing but Six Dragons, and the Telegram was nothing but Six Dragons, and you know, the whole goal was to the whole goal seemed to be, you know, just coercing people into buying shit in Six Dragons and nothing but Six Dragons. And the organization that I had in mind, and I thought everybody in the group had in mind, was that it was going to be blockchain gaming oriented. It wasn't supposed to be just the Six Dragons. And yeah, whenever I started to see that the guy that we built, you know, the organization with, started to funnel, you know, I mean, he kind of turned into a sycophant for Six Dragons, and I just didn't want any part of it, so I kind of walked, you know, found the door on my own, and it really bummed me out because I don't know, I thought I didn't want, like, there was something about it that really made my stomach turn. It's just not something I wasn't about. It was like we were supposed to be a community that was for the people and not for the game developers. And it seemed like the guy that I got involved with was more involved with the game developers' interest than the community's interest. Yeah, I really sucks because I'm always gonna look at that in the future and just kind of be like, ugh, what if, you know? What if me and that guy, you know, had the same kind of mindset, which was, you know, we should be here for the community and not, we should be, you know, we're gamers and we're, you know, we're actual gamers. We like video games because of video games. You know, let's be a community that people can come to and trust that we're not going to, you know, fuck you out of your money. And you know, that is what I had in mind, right? That is like that. Well, and I haven't changed. I haven't changed. That is like, that's still my mindset. I'm not trying to get anybody's money. I think, you know, blockchain gaming has a tremendous opportunity. I still do. I think that cryptocurrency is a tremendous opportunity. And with that being said, there is a tremendous amount of risk, you know, that people are taking by using their money into these projects. And so I could not, in good faith, take your money. I want you to use your money to make money. I don't want you to use your money to give it to me. I mean, I'm gonna, like, if you gave me money, what I would do is I would just, you know, I would just invest it, but I want you to invest it, right? You know, I'm gonna make enough money. I don't need your money. And with that being said, I'm not gonna take money from devs to, you know, pump their product, right? Because my reputation is worth way more money than any dev could give. And yeah. And that will be, you know, only time will show that, right? You know, actions speak so much louder than words, in my opinion. And like, time is on my side to prove that I'm not full of shit, right? It's so funny. It only takes one fuck up on my part to prove that I'm actually full of shit and I'm a liar and I'm actually trying to fuck over my viewers and stuff like that. And it takes, you know, years to cultivate trust, right? So I'm kind of walking this tightrope, but also y'all are walking on this tightrope with me, and you know, if y'all trust that I'm not gonna, you know, fuck you over, right? We're all kind of like walking on this tightrope together. It's kind of crazy. So I'm trusting you, and you're trusting me, and I can't promise you everything that I say is gonna be correct. Obviously, I don't mind dabbling in some tinfoil hat thing, like conversation, like Cliff intentionally torpedoing his player base. Like I genuinely believe that Cliff torpedoed his player base intentionally, because as opposed to him being an incompetent game dev. But maybe I don't know. We'll see. The jury's still out on that. But with that being said, I go back to the conversation at hand, which is, I promise you that I will not intentionally try and take money from you or maliciously hurt you for my betterment of, you know, for me, right? Personally, if you watch my stream, I have a invested interest in you being smart with your money. It's kind of like my what's that word? Mission statement. Like, I would never take a sponsor. This is a great example. And I'm sorry if I'm like all over the place, but this is a really important thing to say, so I want to make sure that y'all understand this. So I don't look at just my money and how to make more money for me. If you watch my stream, I look at your money also, and I want your money to also grow, correct? Meaning, hypothetically, let's say a blockchain game company or a sponsorship or something came to me and said, we're going to give you $10,000 to stream this for an hour or promote this product or something like that, because your player base or your community is so big and we think we can get X amount of dollars from you. And so it's like, we're going to give you $10,000 because we think that your community will give us $15,000 by buying $15,000 worth of our product. I look at that as, well, a company came in and just took $5,000 away from my community. Does that make sense? I don't look at the people who watch my stream, and I will never look at the people who watch my stream as a resource to funnel money out of. I think that's bullshit. I think it's reprehensible that streamers and content creators alike do that shit. I think it's incredibly gross, and I refuse to be a part of it. So, with that being said, let's try and play some more Lost Relics. Someone's got to be here for y'all to trust. When the dust settles, the ones that are really trustworthy will stand, and the ones that won't will not. I don't think that's a negative. What's a negative is if you promote something that you don't believe in just for the money. Well, I disagree, because And here's why. So like let's take a perfect example. G Fuel. G Fuel is a product that is marketed to gamers. It's basically pre-workout that is gamified, right? It's this powder that you either mix up or you just, if you're a lunatic, you throw it in your mouth and then you swish it around with some water and then you drink it, and it's supposed to, you know, keep you focused in the game, right? And it's like $50 a tub or some shit, or it's like $40 a tub, something like that, for like 30 servings, right? Well, you could buy Game Fuel for $30, or excuse me, let's call it $2 a serving, right? Or you could just go to Amazon and buy this stuff called caffeine pills. They're 200 milligrams, excuse me, yeah, 200 milligrams. You get 500 capsules. That's 500 servings, right? And this was $8. So, this will, like, let's say you take one capsule a day, which is, you know, let's say you take, okay, let's say you take 2 capsules a day. Let's say you're an animal. That'll last you a year, right? It costs you $8, it'll last you a year. Whereas if you bought Game Fuel and you took it once a day, it'd last you a month and it'd cost you $40. You see what I'm saying here? Consider it this way. Company pays you, win for you. Company receives income for purchases from players, win for them. Player finds out about a game by getting a watch the gameplay, spend if they want, but you don't promote the purchasing. Win for player, right? No. No, that's not how business works. Because, you know, yes, there's a definite tightrope walking here, right? Where I can't be controlling and I can't, like, and I wouldn't want to, control people and tell them what to do and, you know, how to spend their money and whatnot. You know, people are going to spend their money the way that they want to spend their money. It's just I will not, I'm not going to promote something that I don't believe in. And something like Raid Shadow Legends, or, you know, any game that, like, takes your money and you get nothing out of it, it's bullshit. And I'm not going to, or if there's a product that someone's selling that is basically just an incredibly overpriced item that you could buy for way cheaper and get the same effect, I'm also not going to promote that, because there's cheaper alternatives and you don't, and it's a waste of money. This would be a product you believe in. Yeah, it would just be, I'd have to see the product, I guess. It'd be a product on product basis, right? And I'm not trying to be uppity about it. I'm not trying to be, you know, aggressively confrontational about it. It'd be a product by product basis, essentially. If it's something that I really believe in and I think it'd be really good, then yeah, I would definitely, you know, let y'all know about it. But I'm not about to just shill out an item that I don't like, that I think that, you know. Okay, yeah. But also, if the product is really good, then I don't see them having to advertise. Also, you're not telling people to buy anything just that you'd pay to stream it. True and untrue, because if advertisers are coming to me and they're wanting to advertise a product, they've crunched the numbers and they have, I mean, it's not like a gamble for them. They are, they've got their little walking pocket protectors that have crunched the numbers, and they think that it's going to be a valuable business deal to have their product advertised on said stream, right? And the only way they make money is if my community goes and supports their game, right? And I'm not in the business of being a facilitator of a way for my community to waste their money on bullshit. When there are things that you can spend your money on that you can make money. It goes completely against what my stream is built on. There are things you can buy and can make you money, as opposed to getting involved in habits like Raid Shadow Legends and shit like that that will, cost you money, right? It won't just cost you money, it'll cost you time. Your most valuable resource, time. There's better things for you to do with your time than waste it on some bullshit. Now, granted, we all need leisurely stuff, but we definitely need to decompress. There's also things that you can decompress with that's better for you. I think we are also slightly talking about different examples. It would be a case by case basis. If I think the product is good for my community, then I would absolutely check it out. But if the product is actually really good, then I find it really hard to believe that they would actually advertise. Then again, I might not have any idea what I'm talking about when it comes to advertisements. But most products I see advertising is just bullshit. Most products I see that are advertised, you can get, there's a better deal, there's a product that does it better. It's just those items have money that back them that allow them to advertise to a wide audience, right? Like, take for example, I don't know if you've ever heard of this nootropic before. It's called Alpha Brain. It's made by this company called Onnit that Joe Rogan has an incredibly large stake in, right? Alpha Brain is a nootropic that's supposed to, that's got clinical studies that make your brain work more efficiently, right? It's supposed to, it's like NOS to your brain. It's supposed to supercharge, your thoughts and shit like that, right? It's supposed to optimize how your brain runs. And they've sold X million bottles. I think they might even be up to 1 billion bottles or some shit like that. Well, the reason... So does that mean that Alpha Brain is the best nootropic in the world? No. As a matter of fact, if you go on reviews and you watch people who are into nootropics for real, they'll actually tell you that Alpha Brain is incredibly underdosed. I gotta run. Good to see you, man. Have a good evening. Dude, have a good one, man. Be safe. Sorry, I get off on rants. I'm sorry if I made things unfun. I'll work on it. But I appreciate you hanging out. Oh, God.
is no escaping his hungry eyes. Don't turn your back on the troubles you're facing once you hear the wolves cry.
Hey, Planet, you still there, man? TRX Planet. Sorry, man, I didn't answer your question. Yeah, I was talking about Mr. EU.
Once you hear the wolves cry.
I hate to... I mean, it is the truth. It's just it's kind of shitty for me to bring it up. Not really, because, you know, it was his decision, and it is what it is. Got to die. Oh my god, man. Speaking of dying. How about to die? Oh my god. Take it easy, man. Yo, by the way, I don't know if you heard what I said, but yeah, I didn't answer your question for a while, but yeah, it was EU. Me and EU were in, me and EU actually were really close. We had a falling out. You were right. But hey, man, I appreciate you hanging out as long as you did, man. Be safe. He doesn't hype 6 much anymore. Yeah, that's interesting. Overfield, what's going on, my man? I saw you streaming a little while ago. I don't know if you stopped or not, but What's going on, dude? I'm currently organizing a speedrun tournament for the 3 and 4 July weekend. Would you be interested in participating? Sure. Why not? Sounds fun. Trying to build a little bit of hype for the game. I can respect that, man. Yeah, sounds great. Not to sound like a downer, but are you sure you want to do this right now? Just kind of feels like maybe you're not gonna get the most bang for your buck right now, right? I think it's a great idea. I think maybe, I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in DMs. Sound good? Yeah, okay. Hey man, that's... Well, I just don't want, like, I'm down to do it for, like, you know, a for fun kind of thing. But, like, don't make the prizes, like, crazy or something like that, right? I mean, I'm really assuming a lot right now, but, yeah, like nothing. Do it more for fun, man. There's no reason to like, yeah, really dial it back for real. I mean, we should be looking at it like playing a game of Mario Kart, right? Like we're all just here having fun, trying to enjoy the game for what it is right now. Like we're not there's no reason for you to put, you know, any big prizes up. I'll still participate. Well, something for like symbolic. Yeah, exactly, right. It'll be fun. Let's have some fun. I'm down to have some fun. I don't need to do it for money. Money and or prizes and or, you know, any of that. It's not necessary. Perfect, man. I will add you then in DM soon. Thank you. Dude, no, thank you for the invite. I look forward to contacting you. Or excuse me. I look forward to you contacting me. Can't wait. Yeah, man. Take it easy.
The left behind. 'Cause we are the left behind. 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 to drown. Where's the heart? Belief in humanity. Ask for a drink. Strangers look down on me. Fallen angel, that is I. I'll lead you all you left behind. Now is ever do or die. Together, no man left My world is upside down, the sky's not blue. I'm lost and found, I don't know what to do. If I could have a single wish come true, the only thing I want to know is you.
It's actually a well-made farming sim like Farmville. Fuck, I shouldn't even read that out loud. Fuck.
My world is upside down, the sky's not blue. I'm lost and found, I don't know what to do. If I could have a single wish come true, the only thing I want to know.
Bro, are bows basically just worthless now? Seriously, it's like there's no point in owning a bow now. They do so little damage.